Now to a special report on the great firefighting choppers that come to Australia each year, the best known of which is, of course, Elvis. This summer there was a whole fleet of the big orange choppers down under, and they had a quiet year as most parts of the country battled record rain and floods rather than bushfires. But we've witnessed before a quiet bushfire season can turn to devastation in a matter of minutes. Sky News reporter Tom Nicol spent the day with the crew of the chopper, affectionately known as Elvis's sister, Camille.
For over a decade, every bushfire season, we've looked to the skies for help.
It saved all this area here with one hit. It was beautiful.
The big orange chopper, affectionately known as Elvis, fought its first Aussie blaze in December 2001. Sydney's northwest witnessing what this formidable piece of firefighting weaponry could do as Elvis was rushed in from Victoria to battle an out-of-control blaze.
It's a miracle that it can fly with that water in its belly.
It's just amazing.
Back then, Elvis helped save 300 homes.
I love Elvis.
And now, each year, in the great tradition, a fleet of the King's impersonators continue the act. This is Camille, and this is her crew, engineer Frank Grooms and pilot Paul Kearns. They're Americans who spend their year chasing fires around the globe. Now, gents, I suppose this is one of the biggest boys' toys I can think of. What's it like working on one of these?
It's exciting. It's aviation. It combines a lot of things. The beauty of it, flying, being in the air, seeing everything. The science, mechanics, navigation. It's in your blood, I think, if you do this.
So, Frank, after a big bushfire season, you're involved in Black Saturday and the bushfires down in Victoria. It must be somewhat satisfying when you fly off, to your next destination, whether that be Europe or to America, and know that you guys have helped save lives, homes, even whole communities.
Yeah, I'd say it's satisfying. It's satisfying knowing that we provided a good service and obviously helping people save their lives and their homes and such. That's always gratifying.
It was a quiet bushfire season here, especially in New South Wales where Camille's been. So quiet, in fact, the only time she's been up in the air has been on mechanical runs. But as these men know all too well, a quiet season can turn to devastation in a matter of minutes.
We always carry this phone when we're on duty, off duty as well, because we could be called at any time and told to prepare for a dispatch.
And once that phone rings, how long do you have to get to the fire?
We'll have 15 minutes to get into the aircraft and establish communications with the air desk and begin our start procedures.
The great work these choppers do in Australia is recognised around the world. Now, every year, the team is called upon to battle fires across Europe, in parts of Asia, and of course at their home base in the United States.
We have to blend into the system. Here in Australia, we all speak essentially the same language. We fight fires in places like Europe where that's an issue.
You miss a lot. You're away from home for a lot of birthdays and Christmases and things like that, but that just comes with territory.
Spending 6 months of the year away from home can take its toll on the crew, but fighting fires around the world sometimes has unexpected benefits. Frank, you came here to fight fires and you found a wife.
That's correct. The first year we were on contract down in Victoria, I was on the crew that was on duty then, and I met my wife working out of the same hangar that she was working out of.
So that year, what was more satisfying, putting out the fires or meeting the woman of your dreams?
Well, I think I better say the woman of my dreams, otherwise I'll be in trouble when I get home.
And they're not just fighting fires. These choppers can do a whole lot more, like lifting the Olympic sculptures off Sydney's Centrepoint Tower. Or what about this? These are certainly not your everyday helicopters. Just like Elvis, they're stars.
Introducing the 2011 GMC Sierra Denali with chrome.
While the first of the air cranes to come to our shores was Elvis, now each summer a whole fleet comes to visit, each chopper accompanied by its own dedicated crew. Is there a bit of rivalry between the choppers?
Not amongst the pilots, because we fly all of the different aircraft. That's not an issue with us.
You're with Camille the whole time, and Paul's not. Paul's not as sentimentally attached to Camille as you might be, Frank.
Well, probably not, but once they start flying her, they get that way. So she's quite an attractive girl.
But Elvis does get all the fame.
In this country. In the United States, the only Elvis we think about back there has been dead for about 30 years.
Hear that? That's 21,300 kilos of big, awesome firefighting machinery preparing for battle. And each time one of these choppers takes to the skies, you know, lives, homes, whole communities are about to be saved. A few people have bandied around the term hero when talking about you guys that fight the fires from the air. What do you say to that?
Well, if it were my house on fire and someone put the fire out, I think I'd call them a hero also.
They put themselves out there on the line. For us maintenance people, we just enable them to do it.
Tom Nicol, Sky News.